With sine of theta equal to 2 over 3, this is basically telling us two sides of a triangle. So we've got a triangle, and theta can be the angle, and sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite of the angle theta is a side of length 2, and the hypotenuse is a length of 3. We can then use the Pythagorean theorem to find out what's this missing side, x. So x squared plus 2 squared is equal to 3 squared. X squared plus 4 is equal to 9. And then subtract 4 to get that x squared is equal to 5. And then take the square root of both sides plus or minus the square root of 5. Now we need to use this information to find out should it be positive or negative the square root of 5. You may be looking at the triangle and say, well, how can you have a negative length of a side? Well, actually it just means placement on the xy system. So if we have the x and y axis here, x is either to the left or to the right. So is the triangle on the left or is the triangle on the right? So it's in quadrant 2, which means it's on the left. Or we can use the idea a smart trig class, and if we're in this quadrant, sine is going to be positive, but tangent and cosine are going to be negative. So we can then say we've got x is equal to, so that goes to the left, x is equal to negative the square root of 5. So go to the left by square root of 5. And then we've got go up by 2. And this is the side 3. So we've got that the y value is equal to 2 and the r is equal to 3. So then find sine of theta, cosine of theta, and tangent of theta. And we can use the definitions that say sine is y over r, cosine is x over r, and tangent is y over x. So sine is 2/3, so that is actually given, but just to be complete, here's everything. Cosine is going to be x negative the square root of 5 over r, which is 3, and then we would have y over x for tangent. And now we have 3 more. Now we just need to invert them. So cosecant comes from inverting sine, so 1 over sine, or 3 over 2. And then secant comes from inverting cosine, so that's going to be 3 over the negative square root of 5. And then cotangent comes from inverting tangent, so that's going to be negative the square root of 5 over 2. And there's all of the trig functions.